What's going on with everybody? I hope everybody's well. Kizzy, and we're all back once again for another Mech Armada. Jumping straight in. So this video is pretty much going to simply be a run on the Challenge 12, which is the hardest. The swarm comes in ridiculous numbers. I was discussing a little bit of this back in my last video. But today we're going to be challenging these challenges in these runs, or this battle. And I can tell you right now, it's not easy. But I did come up with a unique build. Again, this is not no 100% win all type situation. No, not even close. Because the beauty of Mech Armada is that, like, the customization options are just like crazy. So, like, I'm gonna show you guys what I use and then we'll get on to the run. So, like, these are the basic mechs that you start out when you first, play. I didn't mean to do that. So these are the basic mechs when you start out and you play. However, once you get to a situation where you have enough meta energy, which I tackled this in a prior video as well, why meta energy is so important, because it can literally get you all the upgrades that you need after a certain amount. And I still have 359 meta energy that I can't even use because I have everything maxed out. So I kind of wish that they would allow you to use that meta energy for something else. That would be dope, like upgrades or something. Here's my stats. You can compare them to my last video. Again, I've been playing, we've been grinding. Battles won. Hey, we might get to like 900 battles won before this video is over. Maybe 1,000. But yeah, so like I said, I've been definitely like trying to figure out some stuff. All right, so come over to rank configuration, right? And I discussed this whole parts available during run in this video as well, but we're not going to mess with any of that. I did try that out, however, and I just felt like it didn't really help me, to be honest. So we're going to go to starting parts, right? So these are your starting parts that you get when you pretty much start your first battle on Mech Armada. They're already preset for you. So I'm going to show you guys what I did as far as how I changed the customization of these mechs to like more of my playing style, to try to help me, get the best out of my run. And again, this is not a perfect setup at all, or a perfect build. This is just basically like something that I'm trying out, and I'm still working on it. Alright, so let's go ahead now. So this pretty much, the starting parts has everything from transport, body, and weapon. You can click on each category for what you need, like that, and scroll through. So the first thing I did was I got rid of, let's go back to edit here. I went over to my parts. I got rid of walker legs. I kept the mini tracks. I kept the basic body part. I got rid of the double machine gun. Okay, so you saw in the top left corner I had 17 credits. Now I have 22. Right, and again, you can only customize as much as the game allows you, and how much your upgrades are with your credits too. Because I think you start out with base like credits of like, I don't even know what you start out with at the beginning, because I had everything upgraded so much I can't even remember, honestly. Alright, so I grabbed the big rocket as a weapon. Just going through everything. I know I grabbed the shield, and then I grabbed a gunner drone. Like this build right here, basically it gives you a weapon that can do 20 damage off the rip without even upgrading. I think full max upgrade is like 30. You can upgrade the mini tracks, you can upgrade well, I just kept the machine gun, you know, just in case I use it, because it's really zero, so it doesn't even matter, like if you get rid of it or not. So I just left it in there as another like weapon just to have. I kept the basic body part, and I added the gunner drone. I added a shield. The gunner drone basically gives you not only a mech that can fly, but it can also shoot and deal damage. And I'm gonna show you guys how that works too. But I wouldn't recommend so far upgrading it because it does cost a lot to upgrade. Again, you want to be smart and strategic with your energy and your credits early on, because the earlier you use up your more energy and your credits, the harder the run's going to be. Take it from somebody who's been through it several times, I know. And then I have a shield. So pretty much what the shield is that it has +7 armor from the rip on any mech that I put it on or customize with it. It only spawns 4, and you can use it on 2 different mechs, even though so far I just use it on 1. But every time an enemy attacks the shield, the attack armor, pretty much the armor will pretty much diminish after each attack, if that makes any sense. Alright, I don't know why that was so hard to explain. But yeah, like you'll see it, because I'm sure I'll use it. And this is basically what I took. So I hit OK. And then I customized my mechs before I started. What you can do is you can go straight in here. And like I said, I just grabbed the mini tracks. If I need another transport, I'll worry about that. And then the first mech I created is one with a rocket launcher. And that's only 6 to upgrade. So you're basically getting a weapon that does 20 damage. You can only use the rocket 2 times on that mech, but if you spawn another mech, they'll have their own rocket. So every time you spawn a new mech, it'll have its own rocket on it. And then I went over to the base mini tracks with the basic machine gun, and I transformed this to a gunner drone. Hit Y on that. That cost is 10. So the purpose of the gunner drone is that, like I said, it can fly over tiles, it can fly over units, and then it can also shoot. I think it does 4 damage off the rip, and then if you upgrade it, it can do 8. But again, like I said, it costs a lot to upgrade. So it already costs 10. So just be mindful of that. Okay? And then lastly, same setup with the transporting the body, and then I put a shield on. Okay, and you'll see what I was talking about with the whole shield. So we got basically 3 upgrades. Remember, the game at the beginning only gives you 2, so we had 3 upgrades, and 2 cost 6, and then the last one cost 10. All right, so let's go ahead and start. And before I start, okay, so yeah, here we go. This is Dr. Wright. Like I said in my last video, this is his challenges. After you beat the game, this is unlockable. You have to beat the game first. There's no difficulty on Mech Armada when you first start playing, but once you beat the game, Dr. Wright, he's the creator of the mech, so he'll actually be on the battlefield. Now the important thing with him is if he gets attacked, no matter if you have any mechs left or not, the game is automatically, your run is automatically over. Alright, so that's important to know. So you want to make sure the doctor is protected at all times. And then challenges, so we're at 12. 12 is the highest. So I'm gonna go back, show y'all no cap. We don't cap on this channel. Challenge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So let's go. And as you can see, last thing I want to note is that my mechs here, you could spawn a mech at the beginning. You saw how my credits went down at the top though. So yeah. So I chose to spawn the gunner drone first. That's my starting mech that will pretty much be on the, well, it won't always be on the battlefield unless it gets destroyed, but when I do my runs, each run, this is my start. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so we explained these enemies already. I'm not going to explain that. I'm going to explain Dr. Wright real quickly, and then I guess I'm going to explain a little bit about the gunner drone. So Dr. Wright, as you read his description, he has 1 life. He has no armor. He can move 2 spaces. Alright. And then he has a reactivation, which it restores 1 action to each weapon and 1 action to each mech as well. Okay, so we'll be utilizing it a lot, and I'll explain it. Then with the gunner drone, remember what I said, I used the repair drone in my last video. So the gunner drone pretty much operates the same. The only difference is that the gunner drone can attack, right? The repair drone repairs. So again, you can move the actual mech around as much as you want, but the purpose is you just want to activate the gunner drone, and you don't have to move to do that. So that's why, because they can spawn on tiles. All right, then what I'm gonna do is the doctor, right, he can use reactivation, and then it's almost like, you know, same thing as like when you attack an enemy or you're giving an ally a repair or a heal tile, or you putting any kind of buff on them. That's his action. So it allows me to move an extra space, and then I can shoot twice. So the reason I did that is so I can try to move up on the spot, which I thought I would have got, but we didn't get there, so I got to end my turn, because after that he can't move. So when you do use a reactivation with Dr. Wright, remember to use it where you feel like you're in a safe spot, because he can't move after he uses that. And it's a cooldown for 1 turn. Alright, so I don't want to get on the spot yet because I can be attacked. And another thing on this challenge, the Tyrant, pretty much every enemy's attack power, except for the Troll, I think at the beginning, their attack power went up at least by 1, and their life went up too. So just notate that as well, as you'll see some enemies have way more life than they normally would. So I'm gonna actually undo that. I don't want to get attacked here, so I'm gonna move over here. And I'm gonna move the doctor over here too, so that way once he gets his reactivation back next turn, I can go ahead and use that. And again, we're not collecting probably no meta energy. I mean, unless it's on my path to trying to get to wherever I need to get to. But yeah, meta energy is no longer important for me because I maxed out. So basically, the gunner drone, as you saw, I use a reactivation. That means I can attack twice. It flies over tiles, can't move to the next battle, but the actual mech itself will move over to the next battle, but not the gunner drone by itself. Yeah, this is why I got this, because it's a mech that can fly, and it also does damage. So I'm gonna get actually on the energy pie, and I'm gonna attack, and then that's done. And then look, I spawned another one. So I think it's a cooldown in between turns. And then I think after a turn or two, you can respawn another gunner drone as long as this mech is still alive. Right? So I can go ahead and attack. We still got 9 on this energy pod, so I'm going to go ahead and move over here because I don't want to end it yet. We still got, after this turn, 6 more energy to get. So again, when you're playing this difficulty at this stage, you want to get as much energy safely as you can. It's acceptable to leave maybe 3, sometimes 6, but no more than 6 energy. I would definitely suggest, because it's important for not only upgrading but for creating new mechs if you need to. Alright, so let me just show you guys, got another gunner drone. So that's 3 gunner drones right now that I have, and that was just in the first battle. That's why, and I didn't use any energy to spawn them. That's why, the reason why I felt like that build for me works. For me, is it 6? Oh, sorry. So that'll end the turn, and we'll get the energy. And that's how you do it. All right.
Remember,
perfect.
We need a new weapon to beat this fog. Take me to the old port, past the warehouse district. The blueprints are in the aircraft carrier.
All right, so that was Dr. Wright talking. I wasn't trying to cut him off, but when you are doing these challenges, you got to go towards this way. You can't go the other path. I don't know what happens if you go the other path, but I think it just will like probably negate this whole point of doing Dr. Wright's challenges, because the goal is to get another weapon that can pretty much destroy the black fog, or the fog that was in my last video, like towards the end of my run, which was successful. So yeah, you can only take this path. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And this is a survive 5 turns against the swarm. So this is important to make sure you gain the energy as quick as possible. Alright, so I'm gonna spawn my mech with a shield, and I'm gonna bring him right in front, because my goal is to have it go straight forward. Oh, I didn't even see I had 2. Okay, so that still works. Alright, and then I'm gonna actually go ahead and spawn, because you see, like, you see the enemies, you see their life, like the Wimp 10. You got a Hornet that can fly over. I don't have any other attacking mech outside of my gunner drone, so that's why I spawned my Mech 1, which is a rocket launcher, so we can pretty much try to take out these enemies as quick as possible. It's to survive 5 turns. So again, we want to try to get as much energy and you know, do it as safely as possible without expending too much credits, and without losing too much energy, and without losing too many mechs, if any. All right, so let's go ahead. So right off the rip, what I usually do is I always spawn a gunner drone, because the gunner drone can get down to the majority of the times to the energy pod in like the first turn. Usually not going to be on it, but it'll be close enough. All right, so the Hornet can attack me from here. So what I can do is I'm gonna use the doctor to put a reactivation, so I can see if I can go farther. My goal is, first of all, like I said, you eliminate threats, get the Hornet out. And that's why I created this mech, because this big rocket does 20 damage. It can from 2 to 3 tiles, and then it can only be used 2 times. It can only be used 1, it says on there, because I just used it. Alright, now I'm gonna have this mech push, because my goal is to get this mech onto one of these energy pods as quick as possible. This one preferably, which it looks like we may be able to get there, but it's gonna be close. Alright, so I can go ahead and attack again with, oh, and it gets on it. Let me see something. That's what's up. Wanted to get both on, but I know what I can do. I can keep this troll off, because I do want to use this to get that Wimp out. Then we actually got another Hornet. Could get the Hornet out, because that Hornet is going to be a problem later. Yeah, let's do that. Then I'll move that back up. Then I'll go ahead and just put my gunner drone on. Guess I'll attack here. So it's going to be a frontal attack. And then I'll probably end my turn there. You know what I could do too is I could, now you know what, I'm just in my turn there, because at least I have a mech blocking. So that's what I was thinking about, scrapping this. And you'll see a technique that I use when I do that too. But yeah, we should be able to get on one of these. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. And the reason why I put a shield on this mech is because go to actions, +7 attacks, and then every attack lowers the shield. So I'll still be on this energy pod. See that? Plus attacks received lower. And we didn't even upgrade it yet. So now what I can do is, since that mech got destroyed, do I have a... Alright, so this is a little trick that I do. So I'll spawn it here. So I spawn in another rocket launcher. And then I'll give the reactivation from the doctor. Alright, that didn't work out like I wanted it to, because I wanted to attack, but it's okay. We should get a gunner drone. That's going to attack me there. We should get a gunner drone next turn. But my shield will hold up for now. See? No damage. So it looks like... So they max out the energy, which is unfortunate. But we're still on this, so it's 2 turns remaining. So I'm going to just go ahead and spawn a gunner drone. Alright, and I used that already, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that. And I'll get this wimp out so he can't attack again. And then I'll just use my gunner drone up here just as a protection. Move the doctor over here for his protection. And then it looks like we'll get this energy off of here, and then we only got 2 more turns to survive, so that's cool. Alright, so we took no damage there. 1 turn to survive. Let's get out of here. No need to attack if it's just 1 turn. Come on, Doc, we out. The doctor runs with the mechs. Ha. So yeah, that's the build that I use. I usually get inside the warehouse district, so we'll keep it going. And then from there, that's when things kind of hit the fan. So, but we'll see. You know, you never know how your run's gonna go until you actually really play it, and that's what we're gonna try to do. All right, so I have 2 energy pods here. Still no new enemies to introduce, so we're gonna leave that alone. All right, leave the doctor here, gunner drone there, and then yeah, I can do that. No, let's move this over. All right, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and, since we got 32 energy right now, I'm gonna go ahead and first upgrade the shield. So we're thinking defensively right now. All right, I'm gonna upgrade that because again, all my mechs have mini tracks and all my mechs have the basic armor, head armor. So I got 7 left. I might do that. All right, bet. So let's go ahead and apply it to the mechs. Well, not that mech. I'm gonna do that. Definitely this mech. 6 there, 2 there, and then that's all we'll do for this battle, right? So you see the life went up to 12. It was at 6. Everything was at 6. I'm not going to upgrade this because it's just a gunner drone. The actual mech will upgrade its life, but not the gunner drone. So there's no point. All right. So look at the battlefield. So the goal here again is to try to get on this energy pod. At least one of them. I'm gonna just go ahead and do that off the rip. Got there. Let me see if I can. He's gonna end up getting on the energy pod. Let me see if I don't know if this will stop him. Reactivation with the dock. Nah, I was off 1. See what I was going for there? Alright. Oh, that's unfortunate, but it's cool. It's not the end of the world. Just blast them off. Alright, I'm gonna keep my gunner drone on that. Keep him right off. Let's go ahead and do that. I think the wrecker is going to probably end up getting on this, but one is going to attack over here. So I think I'm okay for now. Let me back up my... What is over here? So this is defeat the swarm. Here, we gotta defeat all the enemies on this one. He's gonna get off. I don't want him to get off it. Alright, that's fine. So I don't really worry about the gunner drone getting destroyed, because again, you have like a 2-turn cooldown, and then you'll end up with another. So I go ahead over here. You'll end up with another gunner drone. I'm gonna just go ahead and use the shield, even though it'll probably knock me off, but it'll stop him from advancing immediately. Again, 20 damage. Just got him right out of there. Don't even have to shoot. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Just trying to get him on that actual energy vibe, but it's fine. It's only 3 on there. Yeah, see, it knocked me back, but only did 9 damage. This damage is 12. So that any other mech that would have killed. So that's why I did that. So same thing here. But this time, I'm gonna put the we're gonna put the gunner drone there. Can I be able to shoot from over here? Is it gonna attack me? Nope. So we just shoot from here. That's why I like the gunner drone. It's the angles, like you can't even attack. And always remember on this mech to put the shield back on, because if you don't, it will attack. And I can't tell you how many times I died. But the reason why I put this mech here, because it can't knock back. Oh, it went over here. Switched up on me. C12, it destroyed that mech, but it's fine because that mech couldn't. Yeah, we used all the rocket launchers off that mech, so I just spawned another one. Use dock for reactivation. So the point of the dock, a good thing with him, I still can't attack though, is that he can. I hope he can't attack me here. He can reactivate a mech as soon as you spawn him. So there's no like wait cooldown type. Use my shield to block that. And then we'll get the wrecker out next turn, this turn right here. To show he can attack, so I was like, alright, cool. 20. Gunner drone. That's why. So yeah. So now we got a claw. I'm not even gonna worry about what that part. I wish that you could like sell parts that you don't like for credits or energy. That would be dope. Something that would definitely make the game. It would definitely make it easier for sure. All right. So we got something going. We got a little something going on. Something crazy here. All right. So that's why I put the doctor there, and I'm gonna push with the shield to block this enemy, the hound, and then I'm gonna try to get my Mech 1 down here, or at least close enough where it can destroy both these Rhinotaurs. Hopefully in the same turn would be awesome. Right? So my gunner drone again. Always spawn a gunner drone, because you'll get another one again. Oh, so let's see here. Yep, that's what I wanted with the shield. Oh wait, oh, it's messed up. All right, so we'll go ahead and use the reactivation. I didn't even know like my mech could get down that far. That's why you upgrade the mini tracks. And that's one Rhinotaur down. And there goes the second one. Just like that in one turn. So I use both rockets, and then now I can scrap, because the hound, he's going to attack me. He's going to destroy. This does 10, and my mech only has 6 life, so I'm going to scrap it so I can get some battery back. And then this way, this mech is just going to attack here, and then I can spawn another rocket, just like that. So that's why we upgrade the shield, because the shield does It boosts from 7 armor to I think 9, I believe it was. Alright, so we gotta get on this energy here. So I think if I block that, this hound is gonna attack my gunner drone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this up and I'm gonna just get this hound out because it's in my way. Alright, and now we can get on the energy pod. So we just sit on this energy pod for the duration of the battle. Then I got a rocket that'll pretty much destroy this Rhinotaur in one turn. Let's see if I can get it to, I can try to get it to attack me. So it's gonna attack my mech here. That's why I got the shield up. Because it's gonna knock me off of, the energy pod, but I'm gonna still get the energy pod for that turn. Yep, expected that. So we get right back on. Armor. Move over here. Oh, it's gonna attack me from here. We got 6 left. Okay, I wanted to attack my gunner drone because I can just spawn another one, so I ain't tripping. See? Spawn another one just like that. So yeah. So he's gonna destroy the gunner drone and then I'm still be on the energy pod. And then I can get the Rhinotaur out with my rocket launcher. That's that. So we got 53 energy, 19 credits. It's awesome. Alright, so we got a new enemy type here. So either way we go is a survive 5. But which path makes the most sense? Countergun. Countergun might be worth it to boost armor on my. So I like to build off of what my mechs already have. A minigun might be decent to put on another mech. A flamethrower. So yeah, we got some options here. I think I'm gonna go for the. I might go for the countergun, but then look at the path here. It's kind of a little difficult. So it's a flamethrower. At least I got 2 options this way. And it's more, it looks like, yeah, more energy in this map too. So yeah, I'm gonna go this way. So we'll do the survive 5 this way. And I think there's a new enemy type here called the bullfrog. It pretty much has 16 life. It can move 2 spaces, but it can attack from 3 tiles. And it does 10 damage. So this bullfrog, I can tell you right now, is very annoying. It looks like it's 2 of them. So I would suggest to get those out as quick as possible. Because it can definitely damage the shield back too pretty easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the basic to max, the mini tracks, and the shield. Because we're going defensive here, right? And then, like, I got my rocket launcher to still deal with them. I might spawn another. Oh, I can't say I might spawn another. I could scrap it for a new one. Let's do that. I told you I hated scrapping in my last video, but now I like scrapping. It's like dope. Alright, so upgrade, that costs 12 energy, but he got the life up to 18. And then over here, I'm gonna just, yeah, I'm gonna move my gunner drone over here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead with that. So I think this hound will be able to 1, 2, 3 can get on the energy pod. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my gunner drone up. See if we can try to. That's why I spawned my gunner drone over here to distract some enemies over here. And I'm gonna try to see. I don't think I'm be able to get down here. I don't want to race reactivation, so I'm just do this. And then I just have to blast it off. So I got my gunner drone, got on the energy pad like I said. Alright, so now I'm pretty much in trouble here. This is what I can do here. Block the, again, you gotta protect the doctor. I'm not really good at protecting, but I've gotten better at it. I'm gonna go ahead and use a reactivation because things are like really hairy. And I gotta use these rockets to get like somebody out of here. Problem though is that, oh, I guess I'm using both, so I can just discard it. I guess let's get these out. So that's why I use the reactivation, so I can attack twice. I can't attack this one, so I'll just attack the one on the energy pie. Alright. So we got them at least off the energy pie, which is cool, and I protected my dock. And should I get a gunner drone next turn? I'm trying to think. Should I discard this? I might scrap this. Yeah, let's scrap that. Yeah, I had to spawn another one because I can't even worry about the energy pod on this because like they really got the jump on me quick. But that's why I upgraded this mech. Take damage. We didn't get a gunner drone. Had to move. Yep. Okay. Don't have that. Block here. Blew the dock over. Yeah, we might be kind of screwed on this. Kind of need a gunner drone. Stop him. Alright. I think Doc is going to get a reactivation next turn. I still got to survive 3 turns right now. Alright, he's starting to damage it now. Starting to damage it now. It's just not good. Alright, so since they playing it like this, I should have well, I was going to get attacked if I did that. This might help me out. This is why this build is so good, because like in most situations you're done. There's no getting out of this. In almost every situation you're done. Yep. This is 1 turn left. I'm still gonna get attacked. Right. Well, I know this mech is gonna survive. Hold on. I'm still gonna get attacked by from where? Oh man, it sucks. How am I still gonna get attacked though is what I'm trying to figure out. From here, he's gonna come through, I guess. If this says I'm gonna get attacked, I'm gonna get attacked. Wow, that sucks. You got trapped in the corner here. Oh, you went around that man. Okay.
That was close.
Yep. Just 1 turn to survive. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you see how difficult
We're making
that
great
was?
progress. This war has just begun.
and that was like a build that I'm like just working with, like. So definitely got to go back to the drawing board on that. Again, this is just like my unique build that I came up with to go against Challenge 12. I'll definitely try this again very soon. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope that, you know, you guys always learn from my videos and always find ways to incorporate it into your play styles or, you know, your strategies, because I really do spend time and I try to be creative as I can be. And I really thought that we would have got a little further, but sometimes, you know, the game just gets you. Again, like I said, that was no crazy build as far as that was going to get you all the way through, but it's progress. It's progress. You know, we got through the warehouse district, and then we made it onto the into the actual heart or start of the new battlefield runs. All right. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the Flintlock video. Enjoy this video, and then I got another Flintlock video coming up soon. We'll be wrapping up both series of Mech Armada and Flintlock very soon, and then it's on to the next. And again, if you guys want to recommend anything that I play, preferably for single player games, female protagonist, hardest difficulty, no weapon upgrades, no skill upgrades, that's the challenge, definitely hit me up. And the same thing for strategy games. Any strategy games you guys want me to tackle, or anyone has info on or needs info, you know, definitely get at me and I'll definitely see what's up. All right, my community is what I make it, and you guys are what makes me. So definitely get at me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later.